have an LMIA and we found that we're qualified as a company to hire and you have a foreign national, what should the foreign national do in order to ensure that they can come to Canada and do that job?
Okay, so the first thing is after the employer has been approved,
yes,
they will be issued an approval by Service Canada.
Okay.
That approval has to be sent to the foreign national, because the foreign national is going to need that document when they're applying for their work permit.
Ah, all right. So, just 3 things. Give me 3 things that candidate would need to ensure that they have before they approach the immigration side of things.
So the 3 things that I would say right now, the first thing is that you want to make sure you have all your documents in order.
Good.
So you want to make sure that your passport has more than 2 months. Reason being, once it's issued, it would only be issued to the length of that passport.
Okay.
So make sure your documents are in order. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you have the certification for the work that you're coming to do. So if you're going to come as a chef, make sure you have your chef certificate.
Okay.
Very important. And another thing that I would also suggest is that make sure you have ties to your home country. I cannot say how important this is.
Okay.
A lot of people get or have the opportunity to apply for their work permit. However, what they do is they tend to close their bank account. They tend to sell their home. They tend to sell their cars. And that becomes a no-no with immigration, because you need to understand that this process is a temporary process.
Okay.
And I've seen where persons have actually been denied because they've done such.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's good to know. That is really good information. I can tell you that the public wouldn't know that off the bat. So again, that is why you hire an expert in the field.
Amen.
I mean, if you're a doctor, you do doctoring. If you're an immigration consultant, that's what you do. You consult. So from start to finish, you can help the employer and the employee.
Yes. At Bowen Immigration, we do that. As a matter of fact, one of the things we pride ourselves in is, if I can even say, holistic immigration, meaning that when we look at our clients, we look at every aspect of their lives, because you cannot do immigration in pieces. If you do immigration in pieces, that's when pieces get missed, and that's when people get in trouble. So even when we're looking at an LMIA through a work permit, we not only speak with the employer, but once they've selected an employee, we also speak with the employee as well to make sure that they're in line with what immigration is looking for. That will give them a better chance of them being approved for the work permit.
Very good. I like that. Now, I do have a leading question on that, where you're going to have candidates that are going to say, what can I do with my family?
So you can, again, and I will tell you that each applicant is treated differently. It depends on your circumstances. You can decide to bring them with you at that time. So for example, if you have a wife, you can apply for an open work permit. If you have children, you can apply for their study permits. However, it may not be the best decision at that time. You may wait. You may be able to come to Canada, get settled, and then allow them to come later. So it depends. The strategy would be, once a consultation has been done, then we would tell you, or we would suggest to you what would be the best way to handle your situation.
That's great. Thank you so much, Sandra, for answering that. That is so important, and we really needed to know, because a lot of people want to know, what do I do with my family? How do I come? How to navigate, and that's why we're having this conversation today, is to talk about how to navigate the Canadian immigration scope. And Sandra here is the expert.